Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. Welcome on this kind of windy day, but it's still beautiful out here. And yeah, I hope you have a good day too. And I hope you're gonna like the topic what I'm talking about today, or like it, or maybe not the right word, but you can resonate it. And for today, I wanted to talk about how you can break away from family patterns, and not only how, but why and when, and admit to yourself. And it's not a shame, and you don't have to feel guilty for it. And I have done it myself, and breaking away from family patterns, meaning to say, you set yourself new values, new habits, other things that don't collide with the family, perhaps, but you have to do it because it's just who you are. And if you're not really according to how the family sees it or does it, or carry on for generations the same kind of habits and things like that, um, people don't always appreciate it. But I think you owe it to yourself, and I did it, and I never regretted a moment of doing so. But before I go further into this, I will flip the screen, and I will show you around on this windy day and in the neighborhood, in the area where I am at this moment, in this piece of nature. So I'll be seeing you on the other side of the screen, and we'll talk more on the topic. See you there. Right, and as I promised, I'm on the other side of the screen, showing you around. And as you probably can see, it's pretty windy here, and but it's nice. It's really getting a fresh nose, and it's like just going through your whole body. It's wonderful. I don't know if you have these feelings about nature sometimes, and you can enjoy the way it is, and take it the way it is, nature. And well, that's what I do. I take it as it comes, and I admire the clouds here. I always do. Little clouds, and they do what they want. But before I should stop being so poetic, because what the topic was for today is about breaking free from family patterns. I did it. I certainly did it, and I think some of us, we grow up, and we see patterns in our relationships, in our family rather, that we know we don't want to repeat, because it's not who we are. And the moment you realize that, you know that you don't have to carry that, well, baggage, almost, you can say, because some people, they carry it as baggage, all those habits and those assumptions and judgments and everything. It's pretty heavy to carry, and especially if they're not aligned with the way you think about things. And that happened to me too. And I think I was about 15, 16 already years of age when I realized, well, it's not going to align with my family. It's going to be a, I'm not saying a definite breakup. That's not necessary, but some things are supposed to go the way they go, and if they don't flow with your family, then you have to choose your own path. It's as clear as that. And I know it's not as easy as I'm just mentioning it. It's not as it's not as clear and cut and dry, and it's also not about blaming your family or other relatives, and but it's about consciously choosing, I believe, for just a different path for yourself, because I wanted a path that was reflecting much more love and understanding than what I was getting from my family. I must admit that it's harsh to say, but that's the way it is. And it just grew that way. And I have to admit it, they were just different and still are than me. And in the meantime, I'm 63 years of age now, and there's not much of my family left anymore. I still have one sister, and we respect each other's differences, so to speak, and we don't try to align them anymore, because we know we're not, and we try still to enjoy the things that we do share and that we do see, uh, yeah, see eye to eye to, and align with, and we can enjoy those moments, and don't touch the topics that we know they are not going to work out good for us if we start to talk about that. And because it's all about patterns and expectations, and many times old stories, they can sit on your shoulder, and you don't even realize it. And as I said, for me, it was already on a pretty young age that I noticed it, that this is not it for me. I have to rebel against it. And of course, I had the right age for it, 15, 16. Then you think it's perfect, that you're a rebel against anything. But it wasn't really that. I knew I was rebelling against my family's values and habits and I don't know. I still think it's very peculiar to have seen that and to have thought about that at such a young age already. And I believe it just kind of grew that way on upon me. And I realized already at the young age that I had a choice, and I had to make a choice. And I could either, I guess, repeat the patterns and consciously start to create my own way, even though, as I said, I'm 15, 16 years of age, and you've been seen as a rebel, and you're not being taken seriously, and you're only getting very angry looks. But yeah, you have to keep believing in yourself already at such a young age. It was very, well, fascinating. I don't think is the right word, but it's also harsh because all you want is some love and kindness and do nice things with your family, but it just doesn't seem to go that way. And perhaps you cannot resonate at all for this about this. Perhaps you have a great family and you're having all big dinner tables or barbecues and stuff like that. But that was not the case for me. And even within the family, you could see that the patterns were clashing with each other because certain topics would pop up on a birthday party or something like that, and things will go wrong from there. And it's such a shame. And I really promised myself, if I ever would start a family, I would be so sharp on that there cannot be any toxicness, any bad things between my children, and hopefully also between me and my children. And I wanted to. I wanted to say, well, I didn't really think of starting a family because when I was 15, but later on, when I kept on pursuing my path, and I really promised myself that if I would ever start a family, or any kind of relationship with somebody, partnership, I would be very much sharp on kindness, on understanding, on respect. That's such a priority for me because if that's not there, then what are you doing there with that person, and what are you doing with that person in your life? It's just damaging. So no, I'm pretty sharp on that, and I still am, and I will carry that through, and hopefully I think I passed it on to my children as well. Keep your self-respect and keep your self-trust, and it's a major thing, I believe. And also, I must say, these things don't happen overnight. Uh, it happened really quickly in my case, at that age. But for the rest, things will go slowly but surely. Because, if even if it's family that you don't really have the best relationship with, um, it's still harsh to yeah to set your boundaries in that respect and pursue your own path. It's still a big deal, I believe. And yeah, you just have to take your time for it and take good care of your heart. And I believe that there's a real true freedom in letting let go of being hurt by that kind of family um, differences between the family values and stuff like that. I think it's you have to internally let it go. You don't feel guilty for it because there's nothing to feel guilty about. There's no rule or law or even unspoken law that says that you have to align with the family you're born into and have the same values. After all, you are your own person, and there is nature and nurture and all stuff like that, but there is you as a person with your own experiences as well, and you want to experience things as well. I believe so, anyhow. But in how I parent now, I believe I really nurture our relationships with me and my children, and but also how I show up for myself, and they see that, and they maybe not as children they're not supposed to agree with you with all of that, but they do see value in that, and sometimes I believe for certain things perhaps they are still young, and they'll have to learn it their own way. But I'll be side by side, watching it sharply, and only I will only allow the hurt to get that much, especially from boyfriends, girlfriends, other precious peer pressures. I I'll be watching it sharply, and I think that's what a parent is supposed to do. Anyhow, that's my opinion. But this is what this channel is about. It's my opinion, my insights rather, and my experiences that I like to share, and hopefully you can resonate, and also hopefully you can enjoy the nature that I'm showing you where I am in the meantime. And many times I'm really lucky. I had a few very rainy days, but today is again a beautiful sunshine. And yeah, it's a great feeling talking to you here about things. And so what I wanted to say is, I hope that you, if you are in a situation like that, or you have been, that you can work away the guilt if you have any feelings about that, and feelings of guilt. And just remember, you do not have to carry the baggage of values and habits and yeah, you don't have to carry it on from your family. You can set your own, and there is nothing wrong with that. And I believe that you have your own personal freedom, and it starts when you stop carrying what's not really yours. And it's not really about cutting ties, but I believe it's more of a fact of living very consciously, and be aware of your own needs and wants and values. That's what it's all about. And choosing your own path, I mean, um, perhaps love, clarity, and alignment, and love, kindness, everything what you want in your life. Um, it also creates a kind of ripple effect, and it does affect also people around you. And you may be surprised how many people are watching you saying, "Oh my God, I don't know how she or he you do that, rather." Because I would never dare to do that, or I'm stuck in this or stuck in that. And people quietly may pick up from you and respect your courage. And by saying that, I hope you can pick up some courage today for whatever you need to pick it up. But also when it's about not carrying any baggage further on in your life from your family, don't feel bad about it. Treat yourself good. Be very kind to yourself. Very, very kind to yourself and your loved ones still. And I hope to see you in my next video. And there's more topics to come. You can also, of course, subscribe to my channel. Give a thumbs up. And but if you're not into all of that, that's fine too. I hope you just enjoyed my videos, and I hope to see you the next time. Bye.